Welcome back, everyone. Today is Saturday, May 23rd. I'm Coach Kevin, Coach Ron, and today's workout is living in the 90s. But before we get into the workout, Coach Ronnie's going to warm us up.
So simple warm-up today. We're going to start out with 5 minutes of movement. We start with 5 air squats with a 2-second pause at the bottom. So when you get into that air squat again, you're just trying to focus on getting the hips below parallel, weight centered in the midfoot. Right? Again, spending 2 seconds down at the bottom is going to give you the opportunity to warm up the hips a little bit more, drive the knees out, get some rotation through the upper body, even getting some work on your ankles if your ankles are feeling a little tight, rocking side to side. So again, 5 air squats with that 2-second pause. From there, moving into 5 inchworm with a push-up. All right, so you're going to start with walking your hands out into that push-up position, and then going into a full push-up, pressing out, walking your hands back towards your toes. Again, just really try to focus on getting through that full range of motion in that inchworm to allow us to get the full benefit of loading up the upper body and then walking back, stretching out that posterior chain. From there, moving into 10 Spider-Man lunges with rotation. So just reaching down with the longer step, rotating towards that forward leg. On that forward leg, let's really try to focus on driving that hip open a little bit more. So driving the knee out just to get the hips to open up a little bit more, and again, rotating towards that forward leg. So that warm-up again is 5 minutes with 5 air squats, a 2-second pause, 5 inchworm push-ups, and 10 Spider-Man lunges with the rotation towards the forward leg. Let's get through that warm-up and get ready for the WOD.
Today's workout, living in the 90s. We're going to be doing 2 couplets of 21-15-9 with a buy-in and a cash out of doing 45 mat sit-ups or just regular sit-ups. And then we'll get a little 5-minute break in between. So the workout itself is going to start with 45 sit-ups. We're going to go into a 21-15-9 of burpees and dumbbell step-ups. After you get done with that first couplet, you're going to take a 5-minute break. And then we're going to go in reverse order, 9, 15, 21, still doing the burpees, but instead of the dumbbell step-ups, this time we're going to be doing dumbbell front squats. Once you get done with that second couplet, we're going to cash out by doing 45 sit-ups again. So we're going to have Coach Ronnie demonstrate doing the sit-ups here first. We've gone through the sit-ups a bunch of times here with these at-home workouts, but again, the big things we want to focus in on is making sure that when Coach Ronnie lays back, he's reaching his hands behind his head, and that when he goes to sit up, that he brings his shoulders forward in front of the hips, and he's sitting up nice and tall, reaching for the toes. So as Coach Ronnie goes to lay back again, use those arms to create momentum, reaching forward, sitting all the way up, nice straight back, shoulders in front of the hips. The thing we want to watch out for today, just like we would any other day, is when we go to lay back, Coach Ronnie does a great job, but when he goes to sit up, he's just going to reach for the heels, keeping his shoulders back, trying to get through these as fast as possible without completing the full repetition and holding the standard of the movement. So again, once we go to lay back, make sure when you go to sit up, you're bringing those shoulders forward, you are reaching those hands out in front, and then trying to make sure you're sitting up nice and tall. If you have a flexibility mobility issue, obviously we want you just to sit up as far as you can, but if you are someone who is able to get the shoulders in front of the hips, hold the standard of the movement every single repetition, bring those shoulders in front of the hips. Now, moving on into doing the burpees here today. Today's burpees are just going to be regular standard burpees. We're not going to be doing them over the dumbbells, doing it up onto the box, anything crazy like that, but still want to hold the standard of the movement. When Coach Ronnie goes to put his hands down, he's going to hinge on the hips, place his hands down, kick his legs back. Now when he goes to hop up on his feet, he's going to bring his feet wide, and he's going to stand all the way up, bringing his hands overhead. If you notice, you're still able to read the Nova Fitness that's on the front of Coach Ronnie's shirt when he's in the up position reaching overhead. The standard of the movement, again, is opening the hips all the way, extending the body straight while reaching up overhead off of the ground. So again, the thing we're looking for here is making sure that we're not doing these fast burpees where we don't open up the hip all the way, even if we straighten out the leg, and we're staying in this bent over position, again, not opening up the hip. You can't read the front of Coach Ronnie's shirt. We want to make sure that we're getting that hip all the way open. We're able to read the front of the shirt if somebody was standing in front of us, and we're reaching those hands overhead throughout the burpees. So you can obviously either do the burpees where we hop up and bring both feet in together. If you you need to, step in, bringing one foot in at a time. But again, it's really about opening up the hips, straightening out the legs, reaching the hands overhead, holding the standard of today's movement. Now, going into the dumbbell step-ups, we have two options today. You can either do a single dumbbell / kettlebell if you only have one, and that weight would be 50 pounds for the men, 35 pounds for the women, your RX weight. If you have double dumbbells or kettlebells, it would be 35 for the men per hand, 25 per hand for the women. So we're going to demonstrate doing the double dumbbell step up first. So Coach Ryan is going to hold the dumbbells in his farmer carry position just at the side. He's going to step up onto the box. As he steps up onto the box, he's going to drive from that leg where he does the step up, bringing the trail leg in just to help finish the movement. Again, keeping that torso nice and tall, standing all the way up, trail leg comes up just to finish the movement. The thing we want to watch out for today is when he goes to step up onto the box, we have to use that trail leg and the weight pulls us over immediately from the beginning. On that first 1 or 2 repetitions, that weight might be a little bit too heavy for us. So scale that weight back if we have that option too. If you don't have that option, you have limited equipment at home, really try to focus in on each one of those step-ups, driving up from that step-up leg before you try to bring that trail leg up. The other option we'll show now is just doing that single arm, single dumbbell step-up. So you have more options here. You can still hold it at the side if you want to. The option again would be to hold it on a single side of the shoulder or across the neck / back by holding on to both sides. Do whatever one's the most comfortable for you. But again, holding the same standards of the movement. Once we put that foot up for the step up, trying to step up as much as possible on the step up leg before bringing up that trail leg and trying to keep that torso up tall, not getting pulled over by the weight. All right, once we get done through that couplet, that 21-15-9 of the burpees and the dumbbell step-ups, we will be taking a 5-minute break. So take a look at the clock, see what time it is, give yourself a 5-minute rest, and then we're going to be going into that second couplet, which is the in reverse order, the 9, 15, 21. Again, burpee standard is going to stay the same. We're not jumping over the dumbbells, doing them out of the box or anything, just regular old burpees. But instead of doing the dumbbell step-ups, we're going to be doing dumbbell front squats. So Coach Ryan is going to throw those weights up onto his shoulders. And again, we'll demo with the 2 dumbbells. Again, making sure that we keep those elbows nice and high, good front rack position, even with the dumbbells. As Coach Ryan goes to do that dumbbell front squat, driving out the knees, keeping the torso nice and tall, feet flat on the ground, good depth on the squat. The thing we want to look for is making sure that we don't start to fall forward in these dumbbell front squats as we're going to the bottom of the squat, and making sure that we keep our feet flat on the ground. What we don't want to do is just get to the bottom of the squat any way we can by either losing torso position or rocking forward onto our toes. We want to keep those feet flat on the ground, keeping a good dumbbell front squat position as we go through. Now, if you only have, again, that single dumbbell, you do have a little bit more options. You can still hold it on the one side as you go through. The big thing we're looking for here is on that single dumbbell is obviously it's going to be harder. Your body's going to want to rotate either because of the weight or by overcompensating and trying to twist your body in order to support that weight easier. Think about trying to keep your hips and your shoulders square forward as you go through those dumbbell front squats today. The thing we don't want to do is hold it in the goblet squat position. So what we're trying to focus in on is that front rack position. Even if you have to switch sides with the dumbbell, that's fine, but we don't want to hold it today in that dumbbell goblet squat position out in front unless absolutely necessary because of some limitations that you might have in that front rack position. But just don't do it because it's easier and more comfortable for you. Try to improve and train that front rack position, even if it is with a single dumbbell or kettlebell. In order to get through that couplet of the burpees and the dumbbell front squats, once you get done there, we're going to go into doing those sit-ups again. We're going to be cashing out with 45 sit-ups, and then you'll be done with the entire workout. So figure out the weight that you want to use for the workout, do a couple repetitions of each, and we'll come back here and we'll talk about strategy for today's workout.
Again, we buy in with 45 sit-ups, so let's really try to focus on being smooth through those sit-ups, breathe through them. Don't let this be the fastest set of sit-ups you've ever done. Same with the burpees when we start to open up each round of the 21-15-9. Let's make sure that we're going at a smooth, consistent pace with the burpees, allowing us to breathe. but still moving through them, accumulating the reps, so that when we get to the dumbbell step up, we can jump right into that dumbbell step up without having to take a break at all from the last burpee to the first dumbbell step up of each round. On the dumbbell step ups, let's really try to focus again on good position through each movement, really trying to step on that box and drive through that step leg to bring that trail leg up to meet. Let's not mess up the reps with bringing that back leg up before we get to full extension on that first leg. If you're using one dumbbell on the dumbbell step ups, for strategy wise, let's try to think about doing the first 21 with that weight loaded on the one side before we switch maybe on the, to the other side for the set of 15. Really try to push that if you can. If you do have to break it up, try to get a good chunk of the reps done before you have to switch to the other side. Again, that's using the single dumbbell.
All right. When we get to that 5-minute break, we want to utilize that rest as much as possible. Obviously, the first minute or so, you're probably just going to be trying to survive, catch your breath again, roll around on the ground a little bit, whatever it is. But as you get towards the end of that 5-minute rest, control that heart rate, get your breathing under control, get yourself mentally ready for that next couplet. In that next couplet, again, it's going to be just moving through those burpees, and then obviously in those dumbbell front squats, if you have a single dumbbell, just like Coach Ronnie was talking about before, try to do all your reps on one side. When you get into the next side, you can switch it over to that other side as you go through. Obviously, if we're going in reverse order, mentally it is a little bit more difficult to know that the reps go up versus descend. So just make sure that when you get to that round of 21, you know, kind of push yourself to get through that. Just don't take unnecessary breaks because you know that it's the largest set you've done in the workout, but you are close to getting done. So really try to push yourself to see if you can finish unbroken or take as few breaks as possible. And then the last part is those cash out sit-ups. Make sure that you hold that same standard that you did for the buy-in sit-ups, making sure that you're still sitting all the way up, making sure that you're getting the most out of every single sit-up. Don't start to keep the standard of the movement just because you know you're getting close to the end of the workout and you're trying to get a fast time. Really train your body, try to make sure that you're building that muscle memory and improving the speed in which you can do the sit-ups while holding and maintaining that standard. So, if you have any questions, let us know. We'll be happy to get back to you, and we look forward to seeing your times on the leaderboard, and hopefully we'll get to see you guys back in the gym here soon.